This is a clip from a recent Pops live stream or video. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the next one.
He came to the ends of the earth.
Aren't you that guy that makes them scary movies?
Just as the earth was about to end.
The country is on red alert.
And what a perfect time to open a new horror movie.
The whole world's gonna blow up anyway, so we should just do whatever we want.
Looks so real. 2 thumbs up for Matinee, say Siskel and Ebert.
Wait till you see the feelers on this thing.
John Goodman.
I love this business.
Matinee, rated PG, starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
All right, first up is a 1990s film that's often forgotten. John Goodman stars in a Joe Dante film. Yes, he directed Gremlins, and he's here doing a historical, comedic, interesting sort of like discussion piece about those sort of like matinee films of the past that capitalized on the atomic bomb era. And here you have him doing sort of like this Hitchcockian B-movie kind of shtick and bringing you Mant. That's right, the man-ant mutant. And it's sort of like that thing that looks back at classic sci-fi and trying to bring it to people, what it was like. Kids in the theater, how they're wide-eyed and into everything. Interesting effects. He, of course, is bringing into the 4D effects, where obviously you have those in the auditorium as well. Now, this is all set against the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Soviet missile scare back in the 60s under President Kennedy. It's set in Key West, Florida, so you have a lot of those type of elements from that era. The duck and cover, air raid drills, the scare tactics of acute radiation syndrome and the fallout and what it would do to things. And then you just have a coming of age story a little bit for the character and his brother and some of their friends, and John Goodman is just the Hollywood producer who's kind of a shyster trying to make a living doing this, who's really good at kind of pulling off some fun stuff for people to enjoy. And the beauty of the movie is just taking you back through that time frame, giving you a look into life in that sort of era, what it would be like. I love these shots where the kids are just glued to the TV. He's got like a howdy doody hat on. Here's Kennedy talking to the audience. Everyone's got their little scare things. But the movie is really not about all that. No, Matinee is really about John Goodman making a film. You can see Dick Miller there on the right. He's a staple in all these Joe Dante films. And you have the sort of like the avenues of what he'll go through to get his film made. He brings in all sorts of different figures and characters trying to drum up the business to capitalize on the fear mongering of the politics of the time. And you also just have the whole monster craze. I love these actual monster magazines. And I know this one really, it's funny because on the right, you'll see a Frankenstein magazine there. That's actually one that I've talked about here on the channel. So then you also have just this teen drama, right? So you have the bad boy sort of thug criminal type. He's got the hots for this girl here in the pink dress who's now got like the friend. And it becomes a sort of thing. This is his little love interest here. She's also really, really sweet. And sort of like, the teenage romance of the 50s and, would you quote go together? Could you possibly actually kiss? Those kinds of things are what kind of keeps that piece moving forward as well. The beauty of all this is just John Goodman. John Goodman here, he's working with the theater director about how to rig up the seats so they vibrate and shock you, and how it doesn't, whether or not it will actually make things safe or not in that theater becomes part of the drama at the end of the third act. And overall, Matinee, it was just a nice, fun, pleasant experience. I don't think Joe Dante really... I think he would even admit that it's probably a fluke this movie got made because of the timing of when it came out, stuff going on with the studios, and it's not really a timely piece. Tons of references in addition to the music score that's being ripped right out of those classic monster movies. He names characters after classic characters and budget films, the theater like that from that era. You have sort of like a nice shake up and feel of everything. I remember going on and seeing this and really, really enjoying it. I would say it's a very strong 3.5 out of 5 for me. I don't think this is really for everyone. It's sort of like a one and done for a lot of people because I feel that it's not really zany or crazy to be a really heavy into the comedy. It's also not boring or dry like a drama or a historical piece. It's sort of kind of a blend of something that's a little bit different. And I think that's what makes it actually very interesting is that Joe Dante is trying to tap into sort of like the Cold War alien monster sort of ripoff stuff that was kind of tapping into America youth at the time. John Goodman being the shyster and the evolution of Hollywood, what they will do, all the gimmicks that they will do. I think it's just a nice sort of like salute, if you will, to B movies and the people that were trying to make all that happen. So I really do enjoy it. Had a really good time revisiting this one. And I don't know what you guys think, but I would love to hear from you about this one as well. This is Matinee from 1993.
From the director of Gremlins comes the story of a nation on the edge.
The country is on red alert.
What a perfect time to open a new horror movie.
Some kids on the verge.
The whole world's gonna blow up anyway, so we should just do whatever we want.
And the man
I love this business.
pushing the button. Gotcha. 2 thumbs up for Matinee, say Siskel and Ebert.
You see what he's putting back? The showmanship.
John Goodman, Matinee, rated PG, starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
And I hope you've enjoyed my Pop Talk. This is a good time to catch up on all the different things that we're watching and we're enjoying. Love to hear from you about some suggestions or recommendations as well. If you are catching this as a clip, make sure you check out the link in the description there to watch the whole Popscast.